In this video, we are going to find the largest number in an array. Hello, I'm Jagan from growwithdata. I'm posting this video to share my knowledge in Python language with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation in any ways, I'll be happy. I have created a playlist Python interview questions 51 to 100 and I'll be tagging this video to that playlist. Now let's see the sample input data and we can talk about the question in detail. So we are given an array of numbers and we are asked to get the largest number in this array. If you see the sequence, 900.2, 900.3. So 900.3 is the largest number in this array. So there are different ways to find that, and we can talk about few easier ways how to address this process. So we are so familiar with our looping process. If you see the previous videos, most of the time we address these kind of questions in the looping logic. Let's see how to address this in a looping logic. So the output has to be 900.3. Okay, let's see if we can get the answer like that. So we got the input array number. We define a function, the growwithdata. Numbers is the input array. So we are going to have the output variable result. We can say default value is float of infinity, minus infinity. So it will be the lowest number possible, right? Now we say for number in numbers, numbers. So we are going to read each element in this array. We say if number is greater than the result, then we change the result to that number. Once it's done, we return the result. Let's call the function growwithdata numbers. So we got the 900.3. So what we did, we just declare our output variable and we say float of minus infinity, which is the lowest of all. And then we read the numbers array and get each element and check if that number is greater than the result we have. If it's greater than the result, then we assign the result equal to number. So first time when you do it 100.4, it comes here. Is 100.4 greater than minus infinity? Yes. Then the result will be number. And then goes 900.2 is greater than 100.4? Yes. Then the result will be 900.2. If you print the result here, print result, then you'll see what is happening. So first you get 100.4 and then 900.2 and then 900.3. After that, there's no other number which is greater than 900.3. So the output is going to be 900.3. Now there is a trick. Now if you say numbers is a blank array, so what is the output? It shows minus infinity because even if it's none, it shows us minus infinity. So if you want to show the result as none, then what happens? Result equal to none. Then nothing comes out, right? So we can't do the greater than condition with the none value. So there is no option to say that none. So only thing is we can say result of minus 9999 kind of thing if you are sure that that negative number is not going to exist. Other than that, we are just giving minus infinity. So for the null or a blank array, we have to give the output as blank, right? So how will you address it? We can say if not numbers, then return blank. So if that is the case, the blank will be addressed initially. It don't come into the code. Okay. So if you want to do more examples, then you get to the assert function, get the samples and try it. So you can disable the print statement. So it will be much easier. So you got both the results and then it passed. Great. This is our normal looping logic. So is there a simple way to address this? There are few. Let's start with the sorting option. So you know how to sort an array, right? So if we got an array number, if you say sorted of numbers, then it will sort the array in a ascending order. If you want to change that to a descending order, then you say sorted equal to true. Sort. S-O-R-T-E-D-A. Sorted or sort. Reverse, sorry, not sorted. It's reverse. Reverse equal to true. So when you say reverse equal to true, that means it will go with the descending order. So if we get an array, how will I find a particular element? So first we talk about the normal sorting option, right? So we just say SO sorted. So first, if you do a sorted in ascending order, by default it's false, right? If you don't give the reverse parameter, by default it will take false. Okay, now if it's in ascending order, then the last number or last element is going to be the largest. So how will I get the last one? I can say -1, I get the last element, or I have to get the length of array -1, however you want to do it. So this is the ascending order. If it's a descending order, the first element is going to be the largest. To get the first element, we just say index of 0. So we can use both ascending and descending. So how will I do that in a function? I can just copy this. Let me take out the input meters. So I can simply say all this for loop, I can take this out. I can simply get sorted of numbers, say result equal to sorted of numbers, and then if it's ascending order, you get the last one and you get the result. So do you need a variable to get that sorted and then the value, then return it? No need. We can directly use in the return variable. So we don't have to create an output variable. We simply say return the sorted of numbers -1. And if the blank, we can just consider this. So if you want to embed this condition into the return variable, then you say sorted of numbers and get the last one if numbers, else do the blank. So if that is the case, then you don't even have to put the if condition. What this does, if it's a valid number, then you do the sorting part, get the last element. If not, you do the blank statement, so blank array. The same thing if you want to go for descending, the same thing, sorted of numbers, reverse equal to true, and then you say the 0th element, and then you can run it. You got the same answer. So what did it? Descending order, get the first element, how we did here. Great. So these are all the simple sorting process. There is another simple function to do. If there is an array like this, if I want to get the max of the element, what will I do? I can say simply max of A. So you get the answer. If you say min of A, you get the 1. So what is the point of going with all the looping or sorting process? You can directly do this, right? Yes. So you can understand if there is a function, inbuilt function which can do the work, you can use it. But if you want to go with looping process and do some additional validation, then you can opt for the looping process. So if I want to use the max function, it's very simple. We just say max of the numbers, don't have to do all this story, if numbers, else blank. If you don't have this, then you'll throw an error if it's going to be a blank one. Where is the blank one? No, we haven't put the blank yet. So we can just say assert assert of grow with data of a blank equal to blank. So if you don't have that end part, right? If number else blank, right? If you don't have that validation, then the max of a null array is going to be blank. If a equal to blank and max of a is going to throw an error. So it's an empty sequence. So when you use this kind of inbuilt function, make sure you cover up the edge cases also. So when you do the validation of whether it's null or not, it addresses this. So we don't see much difference between the sorting and the max, right? So we are doing it all in one line. But what is the difference between going with sorting or using a max function or a for loop? The main difference is the time complexity. So when you read an array one by one, the time complexity for this is going to be O of n, O of n, where n is the length of the array. But when you go for sorting, it's always going to be n log n, O of n log n. So reverse also is going to be O of n log n. For max, it's going to be O of n. So the code is simple, but you just make sure that if it's a longer array, if it's going to be thousands and millions, then sorting is not going to be the right option. So if I want to do a simple number, I can do max. But if I want to do some additional validation, read the numbers and do some additional validation, then I always go for the for loop. You can try all the options and see which one you like. Hope you like this video. And if you want to see the code we used here, then you know that you just go to the YouTube channel, Grow with Data. This video will be in the playlist Python interview questions 51 to 100. If you want to see the Tamil version, there's a Tamil Python interview questions 51 to 100. If you go to the playlist and in the description part, there is a GitHub link. If you click on the GitHub link, you can see the code. For this code, it's going to be in the largest number in an array. So we have all this. So we have the blank also. So here is the code. If you want to join the WhatsApp channel, there is a link here. You can use this to join Grow with Data WhatsApp channel. Hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.